What's up, guys? I go by name DJ Kaywise, aka DJ Kaywise Jojo, aka the Drummer Boy. You're watching Boombuzz. Let's go.
DJ Kaywise.
Yeah, Adamaka, Adabamba, when I'm on the talk, Adabamba. I send a very late on now,
Kaywise, what does it take? What would you say it really takes to be a DJ? What does it take really?
What does it take to be a DJ? First of all, you have to be dedicated. You have to want to be a DJ. Not like I'm saying one DJ doing good, that's why I want to be a DJ. You have to have the passion for even wanting to learn how to be a DJ, first of all. Then I think right now in our generation, we need to have a lot of equipment. So you need to actually invest in that to buy your equipment, buy your setups, your DJ gears and all that to be a professional DJ. So when you go out there, you can be able to defend yourself as a pro DJ. So that's it.
Can you remember like an event where maybe for the first time you played there and that was like the first time you saw the crowd really going wild to what you were doing? Can you remember that?
Yes, I think that was almost 8 years ago, where I played for my hood. It was a carnival, like yearly carnival. So it took them 10 years for them to actually realize that I'm actually a DJ in my hood. So when I used to reach out to them every year, I want to play in this carnival. They say you're too small. We know when you're growing up. No, you can't climb on this stage. So eventually, when I think some of the brothers in the hood were now hearing my name everywhere, DJ Kaywise job, like that's the boy. Let's just try and put him on. Let's even let him come to the stage and play. So, but they paid me because I made sure I got paid for that. Because most of the times that I reached out to them, they didn't answer me. So when they now come to me, I say like, you have to pay. But it wasn't about the money for me as at then. It was about let me actually show them what I got, in the hood. So we went for the show and I saw the fans going crazy. It was an amazing feeling, and it's just it started so many things for me because that was the first time I was playing for like thousands of people in the hood. So from there was no fear for playing out there in the midst of thousands of people. I just had the courage ever since then. So.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. A lot of times when DJs get interviewed, especially Nigerian DJs, one common thing that I keep hearing is DJs don't get enough respect. Like I keep hearing people say that, and I really haven't seen anybody like properly break it down. Can you break that down for us?
Yes, I could say that a few years back. Like I'm part of the DJs that normally tell people, or DJs don't get what they deserve, don't get much respect the way the people are actually giving us. But right now is a different thing entirely. Like I can speak for myself. I feel like the way industry respect DJs is quite different from back then. Right now, the shows are coming in big. I know how much I'm charging per show. If I'm talking about money wise, now industry itself, if you want to book a DJ right now, you know that you have to build a set for him. You know that that's the life of the party. You know that if without the DJ, there's no party. So the mindset has changed over the years because each DJ individually are putting in work to make sure they respect us. We had to work hard to get to this level. Everybody had to, shoot videos, invest, promote, drop music, let them know that we also can, do something great. It's not that great yet because there are lots of other things that the industry can do for us as DJs that they have not started doing yet. But I think along the line, as we grow together, they can see the importance of DJing, and we can all put more respect and accolades for all the DJs in the industry. So that's it.
You also have an academy where you teach DJs. When did this start and what led you to do it?
The academy started 6 years ago officially. What led me to starting the academy is how I started DJing. It was hard for me to learn. There was no proper structure where I could go to learn. I googled as much as I could. Nothing. There was no school. There was no place that I can go and feel safe. And most of the time, I went through a lot, going through different DJs, like almost 6 DJs to be a professional DJ. and most of them treated me badly based on how I was learning, and they feel like maybe I was even getting more than them very quickly, and they started, attacking me. Some even slapped me on the stage. You get? So all that is the story that I said to myself, like I can't allow somebody that wants to actually pursue their dream to go through this because you want to be a professional DJ or because you want to pursue your dreams. I also had a fallout with my parents back then because I want to pursue my dreams. So I don't want that to happen to any next generation DJ or next set of DJs that are coming up in the industry. So that's why I started the academy 6 years ago professionally. And so far so good. We've had more than 600 students come and graduated, and most of them are doing amazingly well for themselves. They have their own shows, they have their own gigs, they're making their own money, they're taking care of their family, and that's a good thing. That's something to write home about for Kaywise.
Yeah, that's legacy right there. You've been on a roll since last year. So before I even get to that, so the pandemic happened. What came to your mind at that time? Because you're a DJ, no more shows, people are locked. Yeah. What came to your mind at the time?
I think for me, I wasn't really surprised. Yes, it was bad for business. Like I couldn't make money from live shows, but that's my life normally. I don't go out. I don't really move out that much. It's just when I'm being paid to go out, that's when I step up. So when they said we're in proper lockdown, I said, oh, okay, so what can we do in the house to make the noise, to still stay relevant? Then I started this whole virtual party Joe online series, connected with my fans more during the lockdown, reached out to people, set up a foundation, the Okiki Foundation, because I know a lot of people were actually suffering during that period. Reached out to thousands of people. Also try to break some new artists in the industry, likes of BadBoyTimz and some couple of artists during that time. And I feel like I used that time to actually learn more about the DJing business and the culture and everything. So it was a learning process for me, and immediately we started coming out, and people started coming out for shows and all. The bookings started coming in, so it's not like there was much difference, but definitely we made a lot of money during that pandemic. I can speak for myself.
Hey. Congrats on that.
Yeah, because a lot of brands were buying into the virtual thing. They were paying me for gigs, private gigs, online parties in and out of the country. So I was doing that more, because I was comfortable in my house. Yeah. So I could do anything I could, yeah. So the whole thing was just coming in because I pushed. I didn't just say because there was no show, I would just restrict myself, or maybe I will now start doing some other business. But I still find a way to balance the DJing and still do some other things and learn more during that time. That's what I did. Yeah.
Oh, you go settle us before you come on.
I said problem.
You had a banger last year. What type of dance?
Yeah.
What's the story behind that song?
What type of dance is straight up. I want to say a big shout out to Mayor Kun, because he was the one that actually initiated the conversation of that song. He reached out to me saying, Kaywise, I got a song for you. Let's see if we can, make this thing happen. And I reached out to Naira, Zlatan, all of them are my guys. I feel like I know their story, how they started and how they're buzzing right now. So I feel like if I reached out to them or they reached out to me, the energy, the relationship is still always going to be there. So the song came out good. We recorded Mayor and Zlatan in one studio, which is Mayor's house. Then I went to Naira's studio to record his verse. Then we dropped the audio on my birthday, August 4th. And it was boom. Everybody was like, how will one DJ bring these three amazing artists? They were at the top of their game at that moment and still topping the industry. I feel like it's grace, and I feel like it's the relationship that I have with them that could make us do that. Even the video was kind of hard, but I was even thinking we were going to shoot them individually, but all of them came through to show love to Kaywise, and we all were in one building, shot the video, and the video came out amazing. So that was the story behind What Type of Dance.
And then after What Type of Dance, Highway.
Yes, so
what's the story there?
Highway was a song. Highway is a song that I love so much. Initially because Phyno initiated the call, he said, Kaywise, I got the record for you, and let's see how we can make this happen. Then I linked up with the producer, shout out to Willis and Phyno. We made the song that day, because the song was actually way longer than that, but we would make the song, scratched on it, we edited and make sure that everything goes well the way I feel like if my fans listen to it, they're going to start bumping to it, regardless of what tribe that you're from and all that. So the song was done in a day when we all linked up together, myself, Willis, and Phyno. And that day I knew it was going to be a hit, but if I'm being honest, I didn't know it's going to be this big, because now it's actually big in the industry. So I'm grateful. I appreciate Phyno, I appreciate Willis for the love and support. And shooting the video was up to another how would I put it? It took a while, yeah, because we had to take our time to shoot the video. I had so many ideas on my head, and my company Kaywise Entertainment, got a couple of directors to shoot the video. Shot the video in Abuja and Lagos, so it was stressful, but at the end of the day, everybody loved it, and we got Peter Edochie, the legendary Peter Edochie, on the video also. That was amazing, and for the culture is something everybody is commending us about. Like, yo, the video is great. Shout out to Peter Edochie for coming through for us and all that. So that was the story behind it.
I like how you said you heard it and you knew it was a hit.
Yeah.
In some way, would you say that DJs are like A&Rs in some way?
Yeah, not in some way. It's not some ways. We are major A&Rs in the industry, but it's just now that people are trying to, okay, let's see if we can give them that. I know a couple of DJs that are good, they have good ears for music, and they know a hit when they hear one. And I'm big on that. I've worked with a lot of artists, promoted a lot of songs, and if an artist reach out to me and send me a song, I know if it's going to blow, if it's well promoted or not. So shout out to my company, Kaywise Entertainment. That's what we've been doing for years, and we know songs that can actually cut across, can actually blow if it's well promoted and well pushed. So that's it.
Nice. Have you ever made a song, you made the song and you thought like this song definitely you go enter. Maybe it didn't enter as much as you thought it would. Has that happened to you before?
Depends. I don't think most of the songs that I drop, my personal projects, like most of them blew at the rate they are supposed to. Like I remember seeing Mary See Jesus, there was no much social media, no much a challenge going there. So, but on the streets, in the clubs, it was a banger. I remember Caro with Techno and Faust, that's still buzzing in the club till now. So I know now that we have social media, we have Apple Music and all that, Boomplay that can distribute the music in every platform that people can easily get access to it. It's making our work easier to also get the fans to listen to our song immediately. We don't need to promote too hard unlike before. So right now highway is stopping everywhere because it's easier for people to have access to the song, and the promote plan was also huge also. So that's just it for me.
Nice. I mean, at this point now, you've got two heavy bangers out there.
Yeah.
It just kind of makes sense if the people get like an EP or a project later this day. Is that happening?
It's definitely going to happen. I'm hoping if everything comes out well. I'm already working on my EP, and we got some bangers coming also, so you guys should watch out for that. But I'm taking my time. I don't really drop songs like that. But when I'm coming out, I know my fans are gonna love it. So we're taking our time to work on that. So hopefully before the end of the year, we're dropping an EP from Kaywise.
Okay. How important would you say street music culture? Because there's there's music culture in general, and then there's a street music culture, right? How important would you say the streets are in making a song blow?
Yeah, I think most of the hit songs, apart from the foreign artists and all that, but most of the hit songs right now, they have a little touch of street vibe inside. Like you have to say something that relates with the street, to connect with the street, the lamba and all that. So I think it's very important you add that to whatever you're doing as an artist, because there's a huge fan base out there. Like that's what they want to listen to, and that's what they want to relate to. So, and if you don't do that, your song might go, but it will just not relate to them or to us on the street. So I feel like it's very important for every artist to try to infuse that. And I feel Afrobeat is bigger right now because of all the lambas and all the street cred on the song that everybody tried to put and Afrobeat and Fela and all that. That's why Afrobeat is getting bigger, because there's originality in the street. There's you can't compare it to, I don't know how else you want to. Most of my music is street vibes. Is something that I can drop with my own mind. I know my people would feel it.
Amala or rice?
Amala.
Alcohol or juice?
Wow. Juice and alcohol.
Sneakers or boot?
Sneakers.
Island or mainland?
Mainland.
Would you rather live in Nigeria or in America?
Nigeria.
What's the dirtiest DM you've gotten from a woman? Like the craziest DM you've gotten from a woman?
Nude pictures, obviously.
What kind of dance or highway?
What type of dance or highway? I say both. I said the two of them can make you dance, so both.
Okay.
But right now, highway.
Street carnival or playing in the club?
Street carnival all day, every day. Like the vibe is crazy. Vibe is different. In fact, all day, every day. But also clubs picking up, but street carnival, because everybody can move their clothes, live freely, happy. Even me on the stage.
On the stage, you will come on,
And fly, and jump. So street carnival.